right, live on there. Let's just see. I don't actually know how to work this. Anyway, let's just get everything else up and running. I'll test it out later. Great, we're live. All right. Welcome back, everybody. Day 54, but with a big change, unfortunately. So, yeah, we're on a new X account. Probably going to be the main thing that we speak about today. But yeah, let's just kick it off as usual, I suppose. Saying day 54. It is April 9th, 2026. So we're now spanning 3 months this project because the token went live in February. So it's February, March, April. Now into the third month of the project, day 54, since the token was launched. Trying to build every day in public, but Elon Musk doesn't want me to. It seems like our Nikita beer, and this bizarre automated culling of accounts that seems to be happening. Initially, it seemed like it was just crypto accounts, but I've just been having a look at the minute because I've created this new account today to be live streaming. And oh, hang on, we're getting an infinite window there. Let me just flick a screen. There we go. Because I've created this new account and I'm mentioning the things that, what the reasons why I created the new account. My feed is full of other people who've lost their main accounts as well. Oh, sure. Hang on. Let me just start this. Totally forgot to start. There we go. Start PumpFun as well because I forgot. So hopefully that'll be up in a second. So yeah, I'm seeing it's really gone beyond crypto at this point now. It seems to be no real connecting factor between the people who have been banned, who've had their accounts suspended. It's the same reason for every account. It's this authenticity thing, saying inauthentic behaviors that your account has been doing, and looks like no one has gotten their account back from it. It really seems to be an automated thing because there doesn't seem to be any human interaction at all. No one has been able to get in touch with X support about this to try and get their accounts back. It's so bizarre. So yeah, that's unfortunately us. We fall into that category, and it's really strange because if you think about it, I'm KYC'd. I am live streaming every single day, well, almost every single day till this happened. I've been on multiple spaces, sure DeFi space as well, in addition to getting KYC'd by them. Company with 2 products live and a 3rd product on the way, almost ready to go live. It just seems crazy. And the first day it happened, I have to say, it's really annoyed me. And this is why I haven't been live streaming. A mix of real life stuff as well, just family things going on and things like that. But it really annoyed me and I didn't want to live stream. So today I'm back. I made a new account and that kind of gave me the kickstart to want to live stream again. But I really didn't. It was really a kick because I think I've been explaining in the Telegram group, there's, I guess, about 10 days of live streams that I'm not sure I have recordings of, which is so annoying, so frustrating. To be in that situation where you've done this work, where you've put in this effort to build, I know it's quite small account still, but build a profile of reputation. It posted so much content on that previous account, and then those live streams that I potentially lost, it's so frustrating. So that was a big part of the reason why I haven't been doing live streams. But then, as I was saying, getting the new account up and running, that kind of gives me a kickstart to do it again, to get back into action. So yeah, we're back. The main updates, I suppose, will be that we have the new account again, that's running, and development is going great. We'll talk a little bit about that. I'm not going to do, I did the last session, unfortunately, on our previous Upscalp account was I did 34 minutes live stream about agentic development. But unfortunately, I didn't switch on the microphone. For some reason, OBS, which is the streaming software I use, I just checked the settings there. It had removed this microphone I'm using as the default microphone. So there was no microphone active. And so I did 34 minutes of live streaming with no sound, which may have been a part of why this account got banned, the previous account too, I guess. But yeah, really strange. So I'm not going to do that today, but it is, I still have it lined up here to do at some point. I am going to dive into this at some point. I'll make this better because the funny thing was I was doing this pretty much improvised on the live stream, But I'll come back to this another day and do it properly. I'll add in some more items here. And then I also talked about a few tools that I'm using at the minute. This one in particular is brilliant. I'll speak a lot about how useful this one has been. But as I say, I'm not going to do it today. It not really the day for it. This is maybe tomorrow evening, hitting the weekend. I think it'll be a better time for me to do it. So yeah, something to look forward to. Me talking about how I use Upscalp to really 10x the development that I'm able to do. That's literally it. It's like having 7 people working with me because I use 7 agents. It's really fascinating. Really fantastic how it works. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'll just quickly look at the Jira board for a second, dive into that there. This is done. So yeah, I guess that from the development side, project marketing side, both of those aspects, the big news is that I'm in the Solana Hackathon, the Coliseum Hackathon, representing Super Team Ireland. So I'm actually a member of Super Team Ireland now, representing them in the hackathon with Upscalp, and yeah, accidentally almost did my entry early. You don't actually have to submit anything until the end of the hackathon period, but you build during the hackathon period, which is what I'm doing, building in public, continuing to stream and demonstrate what I'm working on live on stream. So yeah, I'm in the PumpFun Hackathon still has 3 prizes left. The 9th winner was announced yesterday, so there's still 3 more opportunities there. But I've definitely noticed the drop off in market caps and the drop off in live streaming, as I did as well. I can't really talk about that anymore since I missed so many days last week from Friday until today, basically almost a full week of live streaming that I didn't do. Just because I was so annoyed at losing the X account. But I can definitely see that we have surpassed 3 projects that I was watching carefully as I thought, oh, these seem pretty good to me. They may be contenders to win. And our market cap is above all 3 of them now, which is astonishing to me. So yeah, the Hackathon Coliseum one, I know at least I'll have support. I'm not really on my own doing that one because I'm part of Super Team Ireland. So that really helps me a lot. I'm in a group chat with other builders from Ireland who have entered the Coliseum Hackathon as well. It's a bit of a community there. Proud community because I've had a lot of winners in previous hackathons too. So I'll be building for that and maintaining the live streaming for the PumpFun Hackathon. From the actual development side then, these are... I'm going to call this one done, and I'm going to explain why, because let me just grab Telegram, bring it over here, and explain why I think this is done. So if I bring this over here, this is the win rate report, which is in our Telegram community. Anyone can use the command /WR to see the current win rate. I'm very, very transparent about it. And as we can see here, in favorable conditions, so like in other words, market conditions that are good for futures trading, the bot is doing as well as it usually does. It's up around 70%. That usual win rate that it has, really, really great. But the really big news, I think, based on that work I've been doing, the development work, is the yellow, which is mixed conditions, slightly choppy conditions. This was down, I think it was down in the 30s before, and we've had a couple of days where we were up in the high 50s, 60%. That's in bad conditions. That's in mixed conditions, so not the optimum trading conditions for future trading. So I think that's spectacular. That's a real win for this adaptive scoring system work that I was doing, which really was working on recognizing shifts in market conditions better and tailoring the strategies, the entries, take profits and so on, all of the parameters of trades, tailoring them better to be more tuned into the actual market conditions. So it's been a huge amount of work that I did for that. It's literally weeks and weeks of testing, but it's so rewarding, I think, when you can see the results of your the work that you've been doing. It's really proof of concept here in this figure for the mixed conditions for yellow, that this is really great. I'm so happy with it. And you'll see that 30-day figure is climbing up slowly. That was down, and I'm pretty sure that was down below 30% when I began this work. So it's about like, what, 4 weeks ago? Yeah, and it's been gradually coming up. But I'm so happy with that. And what it just means is it increases your opportunities to make gains and avoid dumb risk, which is our main one. The red conditions, in other words, unfavorable conditions, which we generally don't recommend to trade in anyway. But I leave this in the report so you can see, like, yeah, the scanner doesn't do well in those conditions. And the adaptive work, it was really focused on improving the win rates in yellow conditions. It was possibly going to have an effect in the red conditions, but in the end, it didn't really work out. So that is something for my future work to, in these choppy conditions, working out a way to improve the win rate there too, because then it would be a fully all-rounded system, really unbeatable. I think it would be really, really stand out as something that is just unprecedented if I could do that. There really aren't tools that are as transparent and as good as this, user-friendly, effective. Yeah, I'm going to move this one into in progress here because I was speaking to the members of Super Team Ireland about applying for a grant application, so I'm going to put that into progress. That will be, there's a number of grants that I can apply for, and it will be for supporting the development and marketing of the project primarily. They'd be the ones that I'd be looking for. And let me see, was there anything else? I've actually done most of this, the shadow strategy work. So basically that was where I'm testing something. It's in the product, but it doesn't actually affect the end results, the signals that you see. But I collect data, so I've been looking at that lately, and that is actually done. I added a bunch of new things into the back end of the product based on that, and consider that work is done. And then, of course, the reason why you do this is that you see the things that don't work as well. And so I've rejected a bunch of things that I potentially was going to add into the back end, but they didn't work out. So it's nice to do it that way in this kind of like shadow testing, because it means I can see something fail, but it doesn't affect the end result of the product at all. It doesn't affect what you see, and it doesn't affect your experience of the product either. Cool, let's see, was there anything else that I'd done? I'm going to move this one up because I'm not going to say that one is closed yet, but I am going to say I'm seeing the effect of it, because longs have long been an issue in the API trading in Upscalp API. That longs were either just not firing at all was the first issue, and then not making money, and they've been superb actually this week. So again, this is a massive amount of work. There's weeks and weeks of work that I've been doing to try and improve the capabilities of the API bot to catch longs, because again, it's all about making it an all-round system, a well-rounded system that performs in lots and lots of different conditions, and finding a way to expose longs better in the API bot was a major issue, and I think very, very close to conquering that issue now at this point, which is really great. So I'm delighted with that. We're still doing, as I was saying in our Telegram community, we're still doing go, no go on a daily basis at the moment. So I was hoping Sunday would be the go day. We're still no go at the minute, and for a very good reason actually that came up from a conversation I was having with a community member. They were saying, this is in DMs, they were saying that they were going to put X amount of money aside for trading to see if the bot is profitable, and I said, that's not the point, that's not how it works. I'm not going to give you this bot until it is profitable, so you do not risk your money. And that's always been the mantra right from the very, very beginning. I say that I risk my money so you don't have to. Yeah, I'm not going to make this product public if it's something that you have to put your money up for to test. That's not the idea. This is why I'm the developer and the engineer here on this side of the equation. It's because I can do that for you, and I can deliver you profitable product, an effective product, and so that's what I'm doing. So this is the testing that's preventing it from me saying that it's go. So we're still no go for the minute, just because I don't believe it's safe enough yet for you to risk your money in, and that's just me being honest. It's like I want to make sure that from day one when this goes out that it actually is a successful. Let's have a look. Got a few listeners though. Thanks everyone. Hi Michael, hi Eof, and hi Vale or Vale, maybe Vale. And let's just check on here. No questions there. No questions on YouTube either, that's grand. So I'll probably wrap it up for today, to be honest, at that point. Back into, at least we're up and running again, live streaming. This has been a while. And yeah, first live stream back to get back into the habit of doing it again, back into the routine, because I was so fed up with what happened to the X count. But now we've done it, the first one is done, and I still have on the schedule to do that deep dive into agentic development at some point as well, either tomorrow or maybe over the weekend. Again, it'll be about 30 minutes because I've got the material ready to go for that. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time. So I'll wrap it up there for today. Thank you very, very much for listening in. I really, really appreciate it as usual. And also thanks to the folks who are watching the stream back later. I really appreciate that you took the time to do so as well. I'm going to stop the recording now, and hopefully we'll see you all again tomorrow. Thanks.